All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Town of Port Royal, January 14th, 2026 council meeting. It is 6:30. We'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. Up first, as always, is our Pledge of Allegiance. Mayor Pro Tem, Mary Beth, if you could lead us in that, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilman Owens, the invitation.
Father, we thank you for this day, this opportunity as we assemble before you to conduct the businesses of the town of Port Royal for whom we serve. We thank you that this is our first business meeting, and we thank you that we'll set precedents for the great year that's ahead and the business that will be conducted in your name. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen. Okay, up first, we got
We're not doing any of this.
yeah. We are about to redo all of those in our upcoming council retreat, yes.
Thought I had a head injury over there.
Yeah, so up first, approval of minutes. We've got minutes from the public hearing of December 10th, 2025, minutes from the council meeting of December 10th. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Anybody, any corrections, deletions, subtractions, additions?
None noted.
Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay. Meeting, the minutes are in the books. Up first is something we do every 2 years. In January, we elect a mayor pro tem. Right now, currently, Mary Beth Gray Hayward is serving as our mayor pro tem. The mayor pro tem is a 2-year position. It's something that we elect as council members every year. And essentially, it's,
Flip it around.
if I'm not there, they take the lead. So that's it, absolutely. It's but it's something that, you know, everybody does up here. It's a responsibility that we all share. And so at this time, we've got our secret ballots. We'll fill those out and give them back to our wonderful clerk.
Thank you.
Right. There should only be 5 votes. We'll wait on the,
I think we have a winner.
I think so.
Are we running through the electronic scan?
and who is the new mayor pro tem for the next 2 years?
Councilman or Mayor Pro Tem Guerrero.
Hey. Yeah. Congratulations.
Yes.
It's a 3-2 vote, but no, it's 5.
And you'll never know the other 2.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
fixing to shoot
Bragging across
darts.
the line.
Yeah. So, well, congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
That's something we all talked about. You know, you've been on council for 2 years now with us. Some of us have served a little longer with each other, and we've all just been, just the way you've jumped right in, your enthusiasm, your excitement, your service, and your leadership. So we thought that would be great. So, yeah,
Throwing you in.
Awesome.
congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
All right.
But you
Thanks,
can always
guys.
hit me if you need it.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll try and make it to most stuff. So, yeah.
Here you-
All right, up next, proclamation. This is something really special we've got tonight. I didn't know if y'all knew this, but we actually have an honorary mayor today. Who knew that? Did you know? Well, yes, we do. Natalie Cata, she goes to Riverview. What grade? Third grade at Riverview. In Riverview, every year they have a fundraiser, their Empty Bowls fundraiser. And one of the things that they auctioned off was honorary mayor for the day. And Miss Young Cata has an interest in town and public service and her community. And so she got it and won. So with that, we are going to have her come up, sit up here. I've got a proclamation that I'm going to come down there and read. She's going to bang the gavel, make it official, and then we'll come down and take some pictures. And we've also got a key to the city that we're going to give you as well, too. So opens every door, 24/7. Give it a try. Okay.
Treasury.
Yeah.
We have cameras, so just
Hold on a second. Let me sign this one real quick. Okay. All right, Mayor. Good luck. Here you go. How's it look? Does it look good?
Gotta look out in the audience and tell them you're the mayor.
Yep.
Don't be scared.
Yeah.
They don't bite.
How you doing, Natalie? You got any words for us?
No.
Okay. Well, that was a word. Good job.
See, I'm
Absolutely. Honorary Mayor for the Day proclamation. Whereas the town of Port Royal believes in encouraging young residents to learn about their community and how local government works, and whereas introducing children to civic leadership helps inspire responsibility, curiosity, and pride in the place they call home. And whereas the town of Port Royal is pleased to recognize a 9-year-old who has shown interest in community involvement and learning about municipal leadership. And whereas serving as honorary mayor for the day offers a special opportunity to experience town government, meet community leaders, and better understand how the town of Port Royal serves its residents. Now therefore, I, Kevin Phillips, Mayor of the town of Port Royal, do hereby proclaim Natalie Cata, age 9, as honorary mayor for the day in the town of Port Royal, South Carolina. In witness thereof, I extend this honorary title for the day and encourage Natalie Cata to continue learning, asking questions, and taking pride in our town and its future. Proclaim this 14th day of November, 2026.
All right, hit
Bang the
your
gavel. Good. Great job. And also, too, we do want to present you with this key to the city. It even says there. What does it say on there?
The mayor's key.
Yeah, absolutely. That's yours. So, yeah, if y'all want to come down, let's all meet the family.
Nobody, you wanna come by your sister?
Okay, here we go. All right, here's your proclamation. Hold the key up. Absolutely.
There we go. Everybody ready? And 1, 2, 3. Okay, got it.
Okay, cool. Great job. Good job. Good job. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Great job, Mayor.
Congratulations, Dad.
Yeah.
Yep. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Keep her going.
That was cute.
Okay, and there's the proclamation, and thank you to the Cata family. They very involved in our community. I know where she gets it from. She gets it from her parents. They're both very involved. I see them at a lot of events, and also to the Riverview School, which is in Port Royal. They did a great job, and that's such a great event. So thank you all for setting this up. And she also, earlier today, she got a tour of the police station and the fire department. So thank you to the Port Royal PD and also the fire department in the back for making that happen. They both said she had a great time. She's got badges and patches from that as well too. So again, that was really cool. Been up here for a couple years now. It's the first time. Is that the first time we've had it?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
The first one. Great job. Okay. Well, cool. All right, moving on. We've got a presentation, police department promotion and update. And just so you know, a benefit of being honorary mayor, do not feel like you need to stay for the entire meeting.
Yeah, it's a long one.
Thank you, Town Administration, Council, Mayor, and Mayor. Thank you so much. These are some of my favorite events to be here. I want to get to promote and recognize somebody that's really excelled in the job. Tonight we have PFC, now Corporal, Nicholas Curry, and he's going to be sworn in today by our pastor, Daniel Russell, who's a retired officer from SLED. He joined us several months back. We're very glad to have him. A little bit about Nick. Normally for corporal in our department, the minimum requirement is 2 years. Officer Curry has done so well that supervisors got together, made a recommendation that should be waived so we can move him up faster. So when they do make that 2 years, if they choose to put in for corporal and if the supervisors recommend them, they then have to take an aptitude test. He took it, he passed, I think he got 100% actually.
Nice.
So he did very well. So he's ahead of the game plan here, he's doing very well, and I'm very, very happy to have him here and going up through the ranks. I think if you continue to come to council meetings, you're going to see him grow and grow and continue to get promoted within our department. So it's really a great day. He's previously a Marine, or still a Marine, but served in the Marine Corps Infantry for 8 years.
I read.
I knew that was coming. Last station at Paris Island, served as a field training instructor on Page Field. Like I said, he joined us just about 2 years ago, a little bit under, and currently he's one of our field training officers. Again, it's kind of unusual to have somebody that young, I shouldn't say young, but that, only that many years on the job, be a field training officer, but Corporal Curry has really, really excelled in a very short time. Tonight, he is joined by his family, and who would you like to come up to introduce and help the swearing in?
My dad.
Okay,
Nice.
what's your dad's name?
Mike.
All right, Mike, come on up, please.
Come on, Mike.
Yes.
How you doing, Bob?
I will step aside. You raise your right hand.
Repeat after me. I, and say your name,
Nicholas Curry,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I am duly qualified,
that I am duly qualified,
according to the Constitution of this state,
according to the Constitution of this state,
to exercise the duties of this office
to exercise the duties of this office,
to which I have been appointed,
to which I have been appointed,
and that I will
and that I will
equally,
equally,
fairly,
fairly,
impartially,
impartially,
and to the best of my ability,
and to the best of my ability,
discharge the duties thereof,
discharge the duties thereof,
and preserve,
and preserve,
protect,
protect,
and defend
and defend
the Constitution of this state
the Constitution of this state
and of the United States.
and of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Cole. There you go.
You guys want to come on up here, take a picture?
Come on, team, come on, team.
Oh, royal.
We are,
We like to do ours in numbers. Oh, no.
Yeah, step back here and take a picture with her.
Time. Yeah, get in there.
Good try.
That's who's gonna do the job.
It doesn't work, honey.
See, here we go.
Ready,
And 1, 2, 3. Okay, we'll do one more. Ready, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, got it.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Welcome to Goodman.
Yeah, right?
Come down. Yay.
Okay.
Thanks, Chief.
Don't we have something else?
No, ma'am.
Are we not doing that?
That's it. Yeah. All right. Is that all we have from Police Department promotion and updates?
I don't believe so.
I didn't either, I started looking.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the mayor.
Everybody
I wonder where Tiny gets it from. It's built in.
You weren't getting away with this one, baby.
Who's this?
Look at here, y'all.
Wow.
all right, well, first of all, Mayor, Councilman, Van, Brooke, Chief, and my fellow officers, they left in season. First of all, I want to thank y'all for allowing me to leave for 11 weeks. I promise you, you won't regret it. It is one of the best experiences I had at the FBI National Academy. And I will let you know that the education part of this was around just over $50,000, and it didn't cost the town a penny. The FBI paid for all of it. Only 1% of the world's law enforcement officers are selected to go to the FBI National Academy. 1%. They get thousands of applications a year. We were fortunate enough and blessed, and with the help of Chief Myers, was able to get me into the National Academy. The academics, we had 6 courses you had to take, 5 academic courses, master degree level classes, and 1 physical fitness. They challenge your body and your mind. And when you walk away from that, you walk away with more than just part way to your master's degree, physical fitness. You leave with a bond with 258, that's how many classmates I had, 258. I left with a bond and a connection to all 258. Since 1935, over 51,000 officers have graduated the National Academy. So that connection now is added. 255 of us actually ended up graduating from the National Academy. And the actual biggest part of the National Academy outside of the academics is the Yellow Brick Road. Everybody's heard the story, the Yellow Brick Road. That is the goal you want to get to from the National Academy. What we end up doing is the 11 weeks you're there, every Wednesday you are challenged on your fitness. And it's based off of the Wizard of Oz. So you'll have a 10-man challenge. You will have a Wicked Witch challenge. You'll have the Scarecrow challenge. You will have several different challenges which all lead to the Yellow Brick Road. The Yellow Brick Road symbolizes the challenges and your way home. You're now going back home, and you have achieved the greatest goal and the greatest achievement in your law enforcement career. I can say, standing before you today, I came back a different person. That's the one thing they said. You'll come here and you'll leave different. I see things different. I understand things different. I even lead different. And with that alone, I have one obligation that I said that, I'm gonna give credit to Sam Benson. He was one of my instructors. He told every last one of us, you were given over $50,000 of education for free. You have one obligation. Go back to your town, go back to your agency, go back to your community and give it away for free. You got it free, you're obligated to give it away for free. And I gotta add one more thing before I end. If my wife is watching this and she's looking, thank you. I can't say it enough, thank you. Because the whole time I was gone, she had to hold the house down. And she did a great job at it. And to the citizens of Port Royal and to all of you, your posts didn't go unread. I read them, they inspired me, they pushed me to keep going, and thank each and every one of you who sent those posts out. I greatly appreciate it, and I'm glad I was able to represent Port Royal in a fabulous way. Thank you.
You have a slideshow.
Oh, okay. Go back to the first one. I'll show you the slides.
All right.
This is the first day I got there.
Okay.
I look kind of homely. It's like, on this home, what am I doing? Everybody's there. We don't know anybody.
Who was the oldest guy there?
Oh, Jesus, she would go there. Out of 258 students, I turned out to be the oldest student in the class in 57.
That's awesome.
But I wasn't last, I wasn't first. But I wasn't last, so keep that in mind, Port Royal, 57-year-old deputy chief, represented well. I beat some of them young guys. But this is my first week at the National Academy. I think I take this picture, send it back. This is me, just feeling lonely. The next one. This is about midway through, and this is part of the memorial park they have up there. It's got parts of the World Trade Center, the Space Shuttle, Columbia, all those different things and that disasters that happened, the memorial park. Next. Hey, now this is one of the important ones to me. There are, and Chief, correct me if I'm wrong, there are thousands of patches on the wall up there. I found the center spot on the wall. And put I wanted people to know Port Royal was here,
There you go.
and we're here to stay.
There you
Look
go.
at that. There it is.
Wow.
And that was my closest friend.
That's your buddy.
I sent the post back, he decided to join the National Academy, so we welcomed him in, and I had to get the picture with him. This is the end of the Yellow Brick Road. Great accomplishment. That is my instructor, Chimento. He is over all the physical fitness instructors. He's about 2-3 years younger than me, but he's a beast. That guy, I used to hate to see him every Monday, every Thursday, every Wednesday, because no matter what, you're a PT. He didn't believe in, we call them ACE days, where you don't go into class. You get ACE days on Friday, like 2:30 to 4 o'clock. Most of the time you don't have a class, that's your study time. Not him, you're going to PT. This is, we broke down into sections. You got 5 different sections, Alpha to Echo. This is Alpha Squad, this is my whole squad here. We're about 50, 60 deep.
Wow.
That's us as a graduating, right before graduation, they took our pictures, suits. This is one of the PT days, and you may think we're smiling, we're not. It hurt. And of course, I had to get the picture with my chief.
There you go.
This is a proud moment because that was graduation day. And he, Staff Sergeant Colson and my wife showed up. And I will say that my wife talks about how she was escorted through the airport by Chief Myers and Staff Sergeant Colson. She says she felt like the crown jewels. This is the police memorial. I was one of the representatives that we went to a police memorial, did a presentation there. Myself and Chad, the guy that's in the next to me, we the ones that laid the wreath at the police memorial. And that is the final Yellow Brick Road run. That's when we all got together to take our pictures. My entire class passed the Yellow Brick Road test. Now, the Yellow Brick Road test, you hear it, it's 6.1 miles. It is grueling, 6.1 miles. You would do 2 miles of nothing but obstacles, up mountains, up hills, down hills, over different obstacles. It's the O course for the Marine Corps officers in Quantico, Virginia. Once you come off of that obstacle course, you hit a gravel road, and it's about 2.5 miles long. And it's up and down mountains. It's to the point one hill was so high, I looked up and I said, I'm not running up that hill. And I walked up the hill, and we made it to the top. Got to the top, looked out, I saw the water tower. I said, I'm almost there. The road is right there. All I got to do is get to that, and then I got 1.5 miles back. Came down the hill, went up another hill, still ain't at the tower. About this time, instructor runs by, he says, is this place nothing but hills? I'm like, that's what it looks like. 4 miles. He said, we just hit the 4-mile mark. And I'm like, and we're not at the road. So now I'm getting kind of frustrated because I want to see the road. It's hurting now. So finally get there. I got to the end. I was the first out of 16, the first 16 to make it back off the Yellow Brick Road. They dropped us off in sections. I happened to get the first bus, so we was 15 minutes ahead of the second group. I figured they're gonna pass me. I'm 57, I'm moving slow. Nobody passed me. I just kept going and finally got back. And I was waiting, they had cookies and water. I didn't care for the cookies. I just wanted the water. And I wanted to sit down. And that is the picture we took for graduation. That is in the yearbook. That's our yearbook photos, and probably one of the proudest moments of my life.
Yeah.
To where I didn't at first want to go, and I went to the FBI up in Columbia,
And I saw it and I said, this is looking interesting. I think I might want to do this. And I came back and I talked to Chief Myers, and he was excited to send me. And when I went, I can't tell you how great of experience it is. It's beyond words. It's just one of those to where you look back on it and you say, thank God I did this, because not only did it make me a better person, it gave me a better insight on life itself. When you go there, they tell you, just leave your ego at home, because they're gonna break your ego up there if you got one. And this is one of the things they did. They said, hey, introduce yourself to that person. You can't say nothing about law enforcement, can't say nothing about your military career. It got personal. And then I realized that I'm not the only one. There's 258 of us that go through the same thing every day, from every walk of life, every country that's tied to that National Academy. International students from other countries are going through the same thing we're going through. And you think you're alone, you're never alone. Now I've got 50,000 plus brothers and sisters of different nationalities, different countries, that I can reach out to and say, hey, I need this. Our department is working on this. Our town is working on this. And they say, brother, I got you. It's coming in the mail or it's coming by email. So we will never, ever just be Port Royal. We are part of the world's connection now. We're not just us. It's the world. Thank you. And again, thank you for sending me to the National Academy. I appreciate it.
Is that you right there?
Thank you for being there and doing
Oh,
it.
yeah, that's one of the heels. That's not me, but that's one of them. And the instructor up there at the top says, you got a choice. You can take this heel, you fall, you break a leg, or you can take this one and you die. Can you imagine which one I took?
You're here.
The die. Is there any more? Yeah, this is, and I'm sorry, I didn't know I had these many slides, but this yellow brick road, this is why they call it the yellow brick road. It symbolizes they got yellow bricks. That is not painted just for the Wizard of Oz thing. That's so you wouldn't get lost. That's why they painted the bricks yellow. They say it's so yellow. This is part of the obstacle course. And they did have water stations in back to that. Again, I didn't know I had that many.
No, but that was a good-looking picture, Vic.
Yep.
I like that graduation shot,
Congratulations.
yeah.
When I see you running
We're
next
very
time, I'm gonna
proud.
run with you.
Well, I said I wasn't gonna ever run again, and I made myself out of a liar, because that's all I did up there. Thank you.
Great, yes, sir. Thank you.
Great job.
Nice presentation.
That is great.
Very
Thank you
nice
so
message.
much.
Deputy Chief, we're very proud of you.
Yeah, that was great. All right, up next, all right, let me see, and Chief Myers, anything else from the police department, promotions and nothing? That was good for one night, so, okay. All right, up next, council briefing?
Yeah, just want to talk a little bit about the session we had. Basically, today, staff started at 9 o'clock with the consultants on the retail strategies, visioning meetings.
So is this that survey?
It's
I'm
more
just
than
trying
a
to figure out like
survey.
where we're at, how we got here, what?
Right, well, through the Beaufort County Economic Development Corporation, they were able to secure a grant that would allow us to come up with a strategy, some small, some large, to address retail business issues in the town of Port Royal, focused on the downtown area as well as the Rebo Road corridor. So staff met with them this morning, then did a walking tour of the area, then we brought in stakeholders today at noon of the business owners to kind of get their feedback, give them an overview of what the intentions were through the grant, and then based upon the input they received, the consultants, come up with some strategies to help with retail business, things that they can do to help improve their business, things that we can do with them to improve the business climate, the retail climate in the town of Port Royal. But, you know, one of the interesting kind of discussions centered around the necessity of the businesses to kind of take the lead in this strategy and implementation based upon the tools that we will be providing them through this effort to improve those conditions. So it's kind of understanding that the town is not the Chamber of Commerce. We're not the Hospitality Association. But what we can do is kick this off, provide them with the tools that I mentioned that they're going to be working on, and identify some strategies that we can assist with in helping those businesses in the town of Port Royal. So it's an opportunity for the businesses who are here to discuss the things that they had concerns about, things that maybe we could be doing better to assist them, and then develop some strategies to move it forward. Anything else you guys want to add to that?
How was the turnout?
I think we had a good turnout. Room was,
From the pictures
there was more
I saw.
people in the room than there are right now.
Okay.
So it was a good turnout.
Pictures here.
Absolutely.
So what are the next steps?
They'll go back with the input that they received from staff this morning, what they saw on the ground during the walking tour, as well as the input they received from the businesses today. They'll put together, it's kind of like, it's a 5-year strategy. And what we're really working on is we're going to be walking hand in hand with them for the first year of that strategy. And then we're establishing things that can be done over that time frame to figure out exactly what it is that they should be doing moving forward. So we haven't identified those things. I can't tell you what they are right now. But we've thought it was worth the participation, and we certainly are pleased that the Economic Development Corporation sought out this grant to get this kind of going.
Okay. Jeff, anything else from council? Can you just remind me again, I know you talked about it last time, but the splash pad, you said that's out for contract?
The project bids are out, and they're due on January 21st.
Okay.
But the work you're seeing over there right now is to add some parking.
Yeah.
And so burying that drainage so that we can add more parking spaces for the playground that's there now.
And if you could just kind of update us too, where, I know we talked about it last week, and then we've been talking about it a little bit, but just kind of the Jefferson Commons incubator spaces.
Yeah, we put together a draft of the application that we'll start circulating for the artist space. There was some discussion that we had about the length of time those leases would be. They're under, we have 2-year leases on 2 units. I believe that maybe 6-month time frame for each of those artists is the most sensible. I think we'll get the application out probably in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully get those applications back in. The second unit, I want to think about a little bit, basically kind of driven by the conversation today. I think we have an opportunity maybe to work with some of our existing businesses. Number one, we can showcase the artists that are in the other unit in this one. But, what I heard today, I just think that maybe there's an opportunity to maybe incubate and work with some of the existing businesses here.
Cool.
I mean, I know we talked about a food component, and I think we can still do that.
Okay.
But I think there's I want to wrap my head around a little bit. I think there's something we could really do with the current businesses. There's a lot of talk about common calendars, common events, marketing strategies, just them getting together to discuss how they can work together. It seemed very non-cohesive. You've got one business out there doing this, one doing this, one doing this, where they could potentially create some synergy and some real calendar-driven events that would draw people in. And I think maybe there's an opportunity with that space to bring those folks together.
Okay.
And create that common calendar, create a place where folks can come in and sit down, maybe have something to eat, analyze what potentially is here, what they could do.
Okay.
And, but that's kind of what I was kind of brainstorming a little bit today as I was sitting in that meeting.
No, that sounds great. Do we have, what are your kind of thoughts on, timelines on, pushing stuff out, or?
Well, I think if we get the applications out, we'll, depending upon the response.
Yeah.
That was one of the things we talked about today. We used to have this facade improvement program. That was something that came up during the discussions. Well, we mothballed it because we were getting no more applications for facade improvements. So I'm hoping that we get some response from this. And I think we have to decide, are we going to limit it to Port Royal artists
Yeah.
in that incubator space? So that's something we need to think about. We'll put the applications out.
See what comes back.
See what we get.
Okay.
But, the other thing, in reviewing other programs, we had talked about prepping the space. But in the incubator programs I've seen, they don't really prep the space. You don't know what sort of artist you're getting in there. You don't know if you're getting a sculptor or painter. It just depends. And, you know, you gave me a good lead on some wall separations, which I think is a great start, because
Okay.
that'll let us divide the space up. But I think you want to give them as much of a blank slate, and that's why I think it's more important to go a little bit longer than 3 months, maybe go 6 months at a
Yeah, I think
time.
that's great.
So they can get into the space, create what they want, and then, and do their thing.
Okay.
But the other one, maybe we move faster.
Okay.
We get in there in the next week or so and really brainstorm and see what would be good.
Okay, so we think, can we push out, maybe, if not this week, next week, those applications?
Mhm.
I like that
I mean,
idea.
I've got it
of
drafted.
working with other businesses also, or existing businesses, of building that relationship. That's something I noticed even at the farmer's market, you know, when this one has a product and that one has a product, and instead of them buying it, you know, this one brings a piece of cake over here and this one takes something over there, and they're building that camaraderie and so forth. I kind of like that concept also with them working.
And yeah, that was something that was discussed today also. How do we dovetail off the success of the farmer's market to extend that energy downtown? How could we mesh those two a little to see how that goes? And then obviously we're working on, you know, the cruise ships and how we encourage them to utilize or allow their patrons or passengers or cruisers, whatever you want to call them, to shop and walk Paris Avenue. And I think we've got some options there we're going to pursue.
Okay, great, good. All right, well, anything else from council? Council briefing?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, up next, I've got public comments. This is public comments for agenda items. I did not receive any of those, so we'll move right into second readings. Second readings, 2025-20, an ordinance to amend and/or supplement Chapter 2, Article 5, Division 2, Public Records Program, Section 2-260, 261 of the Code of Ordinance of the Town of Port Royal, South Carolina, to repeal references to the town records management and assign FOIA responsibilities to the town clerk and police department. This is second reading. This has gone through public hearing, first reading. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All right, any discussion or anything? Okay. And just for the public's sake, if you could, Danny, just give us the highlights of this?
Yeah, it's basically just providing a little bit more structure to the delegation of FOI responsibilities per department, getting a little bit more specific as to how I can identify those people in these departments, making the department heads kind of providing some clarity as to how these are moving forward. We don't want to make the mistake of issuing something that we shouldn't. Obviously, right now, some of the more sensitive FOI requests, we do vet them through our town attorney. But we wanted to make sure that there's a proper process in how they're filtering and how they're getting out, and making sure that redactions are correct, information is correct. And we've kind of already started it. The police department has started to filter some of these things through us now, so it's working out well.
Okay, great. Absolutely, thank you. We appreciate y'all, taking those FOIA requests serious and putting this in place, so. No more discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Okay. Second reading for 2025-21, an ordinance to authorize the town manager to convey excess real property to facilitate construction of sidewalk within the town described as Beaufort County Tax District 110, map 10, parcel 158, better known as 1008A 12th Street. Entertain a motion?
So move.
Second.
All right, any discussion? No, hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
2025-22, in an ordinance to authorize the town manager to convey excess real property to facilitate construction of sidewalk within the town described as Beaufort County Tax District 110, map 10, parcel 370. It's 1008D, 12th Street, 30 feet. Any, I'll entertain a motion?
So
So
moved.
moved.
Can I get a second? Oh, okay. Any discussion? All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, now we're on to first readings. Just keep the sidewalks rolling. 2026-1, first of the year, An ordinance to authorize the town manager to convey excess real property to facilitate construction of sidewalks within the town described as Beaufort County Tax District 110, map 11, parcel 359, 810 11th Street, 100 feet. I'll entertain a motion. Second. Any discussion, questions, comments? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, up next, 2026-2, an ordinance to authorize the town manager to convey excess real property to facilitate construction of sidewalks within the town described as Beaufort County Tax District 110, map 11, parcel 459, that is 917 8th Street, another 100 feet. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All right, any discussion? All right, hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All right, one more for the first readings of our first council meeting in January. This is 2026-3, an ordinance to authorize the town manager to convey excess real property to facilitate construction of sidewalk within the town described as Beaufort County Tax District 110, map 10, parcel 359, 1008 12th Street, 30 feet. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All right, hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, okay, so we're getting, there you go, 290 feet of sidewalk, starting it off.
Only took 5 ordinances. That's all.
No, I'll be saying that in my sleep, but ordinance to authorize town manager, because they access property. Okay, up next, council action. Appointment to the Beaufort County Transportation Advisory Committee. I see we've got Chairwoman Howard here. Would you want to give us a little kind of update about the Beaufort County Tax Transportation Advisory Committee and what they're going to be tasked with doing and the goal and all of that?
Well, in 2026, what we hope to do is have this committee meet with some real specific goals that'll come back to, and we'll have some public meetings in each locality about it. But also, we want to be very, very specific in a proposed referendum for the next, hopefully, 1 cent sales tax just for transportation. So it's going to be naming roads, naming what's to be done to them. Safety we hope will be a big part of what is recommended. And we already have an engineering firm to do the estimates, so there won't be guesstimates.
Okay.
It'll be firmer guesses. They're already on board. And this committee will meet. There's one representative from each municipality and then one from each district. For instance, the person that I've nominated, I put her name forward for District 4 is Elizabeth Sanders, who used to work for DOT, and she actually lives in the city of Beaufort. So the city of Beaufort will have 2 representatives in a way. And then, each district will nominate someone. So any questions about it?
So that'll be on the ballot this year? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
What is their interval of meeting?
I don't know yet. That's to be determined. I think they have to be back with their, everything by April, back to county council, which means there's going to be a lot of input between now and April. So it's a pretty fast track.
Quick.
But hopefully, because we have the engineering firm, and we also are going to utilize the LATS list. LATS has a list of projects that need to be done for transportation. That's going to be another, guide for it too, because we don't have the money to do everything on that list, but that hopefully will enable us. I think a big project will be 170, 278. How many times do we hear about traffic stopped in front of 170? Yeah.
Okay.
All the time, but there'll be others too. And since I have the opportunity, another project that will be on our public facilities list, which would need funding through this, we are taking the first step to acquire the land at Parker's, the old Parker's at the intersection.
Good.
We have the money to do that. We don't have the money to do the improvements to it. So
Okay.
this would be on that list, I would hope.
The most
specific.
important intersection in northern Beaufort County.
I would agree. Yeah, I would agree. So we approved it in executive session. We came out of executive session Monday, and the next step is public facilities, and then it goes to full council for resolution to acquire properity.
Great.
Yeah, that's the good
Great
news
news.
tonight. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're excited.
That's
to hear
awesome.
that.
Thank you, Chairwoman. That's great, great news. Okay. I know just need a motion on the name. Okay. I know we floated some names. I think we've talked about Mr. Gary Freeman. He serves on our design review board. So at this time, I entertain a motion that we appoint Gary Freeman.
Make a motion to appoint Gary Freeman.
Second.
All right, any discussions or comments? All right. All right. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All right.
Get to work.
Yeah, I know, that's going to be quick, so thank you, Mr. Freeman, for your willingness to serve. Again, he's an engineering background, serves on our design review board currently, and expressed an interest in this as well, too. So thank you to County Council and for those serving on this important board. So up next is approval of London Square wetlands. What do we got?
Yeah, just real quickly, obviously you're familiar with the project that's going on at London Square, and within the footprint of that property is a small wetland that is directly abuts the Duck Blinds wetlands. It's separated by basically kind of a dike between those two. It is part somewhat of the wetland system that starts at Cypress and works its way down. Obviously, staff thinks it's pretty important to the entire overall system. So working with the owner of the property, we discussed the town taking ownership of the wetland. One, to create a little bit of an improvement to the system itself, but also to kind of transform this wetland into a more conducive location for wading birds. Very similar to what we've done in the other wetlands, but we have a real opportunity here. We met with our consultant, Folklook Management. You've probably seen Dean Harrigan kind of wandering around here on what we could be doing. The owner has actually agreed to participate financially in these improvements, and I think he's offered $30,000 of the estimated $75,000 in work to take this on. Yes, we're taking a little bit of a problem off of his hands, but I think it's kind of important that we own the wetlands in the town, and this is another, I guess you'd say, jewel in the crown of that wetland system that we're pulling together. And this will allow us to do some additional improvements to duck blinds also when we do this work.
So he is going to convey the wetlands property to the town
Correct.
in exchange for us paying to fix this or do all this work. And when you scroll down to preliminary cost estimate, so
Yeah.
that's,
Yeah, we're fine tuning it. We met, staff met with Dean Harrigan with Folkland Management and our engineer, Michael Klink, and discussed just the kind of the parameters and scope of this work. We may be adjusting. We talked about the height of the dike, what sort of piping through those flap gates, because we need some flap gates to address some issues occasionally we have with duck blinds, as you'll get, depending on tides, you'll get saltwater infiltration, which can do a major fish kill-off. You know, one of the issues we have with the duck blinds is the depth, so we're going to figure out a solution for that. And so I think this is a good scope of work. We're looking at some products to address those flap gates. But if this wetland overtops, we have the duck blinds there, either through the piping and flap system or overtopping the dike. But it gives us more stormwater capacity for natural disaster events, hurricanes, those sorts of things. And the flap gates help us address keeping that capacity. Because a lot of times our systems are contingent on tides. And we can pull the boards, we have flap gates, we create more capacity. So we're looking to improve the existing system, and this is just a piece of that also.
how's it been working so far without us owning it?
You've seen it. It's
Yeah.
unkempt, doesn't look great. It was part of the mobile home park that was located on that property. One of the first things I ever dealt with when I got here was a lawsuit with the previous owner who happened to sit in
We all know
that chair
that.
right there. I had to put a pipe in to kind of do something. The town previously ripped the pipe out, and he took us to court, and we had to put the pipe back in. So we've got a chance to really fix this thing the way it should be done.
Has the town, has there been discussions about this before this project?
We've always kind of had our eye on that wetland, and, you know, to be quite honest with you, kind of on that property.
Yeah.
You know, thinking, you know, could we purchase it for a park or conservation opportunity, but we didn't get to do that. But I think securing the wetland is pretty important.
And how much does this mess with that design of our plan over there? Because I remember
Oh, it doesn't. This
a
is a
lot went into
compliment.
that,
This
right?
is.
We had
this
a
is
beautiful
compliment
write-up
to
about
that
this
plan.
development in the,
It doesn't change anything. Basically, he's carving this piece with the wetland on it out of the subdivision plat.
okay,
So when he records it, he just won't know this portion.
gotcha.
It's substantially the exact same.
And I saw in there, it was doing something with sidewalks, because we were just talking about them. Is there a sidewalk
Yeah, there are pathways through this property.
going away? I thought,
There'll be, the sidewalks that have been removed will be reconstructed.
Okay.
Better. There'll be sidewalk that connects through sort of the middle, a pathway that kind of comes out, sort of terminates on the wetland area, and we'll have to figure out, as part of what these services entail that Dean has proposed, how to make the connection over to Richmond the rest of the way through the property, through the right of way that exists there. So there'll be multiple pedestrian connections. We still have to identify exactly the footprint of the last piece to connect from halfway into the property over to Richmond as part of this whole process.
can you back out just a little? Okay, there you go.
I'm gonna blow it up a little bit.
So this is, will you just circle what we're talking about?
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's this wetland
That
right
one
here.
right there.
Upland 6.
Okay. And, like I said, it doesn't change the design or the layout or anything like that, because I know
No.
a lot went into that. And does that property is gonna have some walkway, you said pedestrian walkway through it, or?
Yeah,
there's
right through
connections
there.
around
There is,
and
right?
through it. Mhm.
Yeah, this will be another observation area.
Okay.
We're gonna name it Alligator Alleyway. but-
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's existing now, that path through there now, right?
Yeah, it's like, that low-level dike. is
Yeah.
pretty much what it's-
Right now, it overtops.
Yeah,
Right.
it's got a small pipe on this end.
Mm-hmm.
That's not very effective. And then it does overtop when it needs to.
That moving back. Okay. All right. Well, any discussions, anything from council on this?
No. That's a good move. Thanks.
Yeah, with the, that 75, so their 30 is going towards that 75, or is it our
Yes.
75 plus that?
No, it's 30
Going towards that 75?
45.
Okay. And we're pretty confident that it'll stay close to that? I mean, it's not gonna be.
I do, yeah, I
This
do.
is preliminary, because
And
I'm
we're
gonna come back and
actually
be like,
looking
well,
at,
actually, it was
maybe
400,000.
less expensive alternatives to
Yeah,
how we
yeah.
connect those things.
Okay, all right. Well, hearing nothing from council, I'll entertain a motion that we approve the London Square wetlands.
So moved.
Second.
All right, anything else? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Okay, up next, important dates.
Monday, January 19th is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. The town offices will be closed. Tuesday, January 20th, and the 21st is the Municipal Association of South Carolina Hometown Legislative Action Day in Columbia. Monday, January 26th, the Planning Commission meeting at 5:30 PM. And do we have anything else you guys want to add to the calendar? And we have, the staff has been populating the calendar based upon the feedback we got last week,
Good.
online, with our online calendar.
Nice, thank you for that. Appreciate that.
Yeah, and I saw a few more, like, events popped up too, and, I think in the email, yep, and the newsletter email, so that was great. I know there's a Bellawood Tavern event on Friday, I think, right?
Yep, Friday musters, they'll be going on every other week, so every
Okay.
2 weeks.
Okay. All right, well, I don't have any other dates at this time, do y'all?
No, sir.
If we do, we'll just circulate them. And that is, yeah, just put that out there to any, town businesses, nonprofits, groups, if you're ever having events going on, please, let us know about those. We'd love to help, promote those for you and help out and just, like I said, promote Port Royal as a whole, so. Okay, on any of those, I've got public comment. I do have one here from Mr. Bill Reside.
Oh, okay, I got the approval. Wasn't sure I'd get approval.
Absolutely. We do ask that you try to keep your comments to 3 minutes.
I will keep it under 3 minutes.
Perfect.
So my name is Bill Reside.
Reside.
I'm from Edisto Beach, and when I'm watching the sunset on the other side of St. Helena Sound, I can just about see y'all, but it's nice to come and actually meet you in person. So in March, I will be filing with the state of South Carolina to run for South Carolina Congressional District 1, Nancy Mace's seat. And I'm just making my way around the district to see what issues are important to y'all. So I will follow up with probably Mr. Willis. He's probably the right person to see at the federal level, what are the issues you'd love to tell your new congressperson? And I plan on that being me the first week in November. So thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Bill.
Under 3 minutes.
That was perfect. And, yeah, feel free to reach out to Van,
Yeah.
Van or Brooke, and
Yeah.
absolutely.
And thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thanks for being here.
I should have warned you I was coming, but decided to come at the last minute.
No, it's great. It's a pleasure to have you. Pleasure to have you. So, I didn't receive any else. Any other comments from anyone? All right. Okay. Well, hearing none, we'll move into council comments. I'll start on my right.
Awesome. Well, thanks for the confidence, team. It really is. It's pretty humbling to not only sit up here with you guys and discuss the issues that we do and engage with the town the way and how you guys train me to do so. So all the enthusiasm really is because of the things we do together and how we interact with one another on behalf of our town. So second to that, congrats to Deputy Chief Massey. I know we said it before he got here, but today was his opportunity to explain to us what that is. And the only thing that continues to come to mind is, although we're congratulating him, I think what we're doing and how we're doing it as a town is exactly what our citizens deserve from us as a team. So he says that, he's a part of a greater family now, and our citizens should never feel alone either. And I think continually educating them, Chief, it takes a huge step forward for our constituency to know that we care about them that much, that we'll invest that much in our team in order for them to have top-of-the-line experience, great educational opportunities for our officers, and not only that, decision makers who are sound of judgment and have been through the toughest training that we can offer them as a country. So thank you for that. And again, everybody else that's been patient with DC Massey to get through that training, again, well worth it. So other than that, I love being up here, man, and this year's it's kicking butt. It's awesome.
That's it. I just want to say thank you again. We really appreciate, very proud of Deputy Chief Massey. Chief, thank you for getting him into the FBI Academy, because I think that's important and it couldn't have happened without you. And that knowledge that he's brought back will help him and you and that department, and the citizens will be able to benefit from that. So thank you. I think everything's going along great. I hope that 26 is a bigger and better year for us. 25 was actually a great year for the town of Port Royal, and we want to continue. We're very proud that my co-partner here is my now new Mayor Pro Tem. We do have all the confidence in the world in you, and so that's why we felt like that it was your turn, and you've shown that ability to get out there and fight for what you want and fight for this town, and I know you'll do a great job, and thank you.
All right, Councilman Owens.
I echo the sentiments of my colleagues. I got a call yesterday from a community member, Cecilia Morale, and she wanted me to express on behalf of her husband, Moses Muzan, excuse me, I said Morale, Muzan. Chief, she didn't know the names of the officers, but she said she expresses gratitude to the officers, or Moses that is. He was involved in an alleged hit and run on the bridge recently, and someone captured the license plate of the assailant, and law enforcement was able to track him down and apprehend that individual. And he was in surgery on yesterday, broken ribs and some other issues and complicated matters and so forth. But they're grateful, and she called me yesterday and on behalf of her husband wanted me to publicly extend their gratitude to the officers for their assistance and and there's speediness also in apprehending the alleged assailant. So thank you again for our team.
Yeah, great job. Yeah. Councilman Ashford?
My turn, yeah. What a great first meeting in 2026.
Yes, sir.
Mayor Beth, thank you for the service as Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you.
Done a wonderful job the past couple of years, and Jorge, you've got some big shoes to fill. And I know you'll do well. Congratulations to you. What a great night for honorary Mayor Natalie Cata.
How about it?
Cata, yes, sir.
Cata, that was pretty exciting. And then congratulations to Deputy Chief Massey and another police department promotion. Doing some good things over there. So thanks to everyone. Thanks to everyone for being here. Look forward to the next Tuesday and Wednesday, spending time with everybody in Columbia at the Municipal Association meetings, and looking forward to a great 2026.
Yeah, man.
Thank you all.
So we're going to be together as a team.
That's right.
Yeah, it's good, so.
Green shirts.
Yeah. Okay, yep, nothing for me. Thank you all for being here. Happy New Year. At this time, we do have an executive session on, to discuss potential contractual matters regarding property. We're going to go into executive session. We'll come out of that. I don't know how long we'll be in executive session. There might be possible action on items discussed in executive session, so you can hang out if you like, or if not, everything is being streamed and online if you want to watch it later. So like I said, we're going to go into executive session. And with that, I will entertain a motion that we enter executive session to discuss potential contractual matters regarding property.
So move.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'll make a motion that we exit executive session.
So we'll,
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Okay, we are out of executive session, and no action was taken on the discussion of potential contractual matters regarding property. So with that, I'll entertain a motion that we adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Good night.